Euaoi.
When I was a kid in elementary school, the kids on my school bus would sing these very raunchy songs that involved killing the infamous children's character, Barney the Dinosaur. One of the songs I remembered went by this. I hate you, you hate me, let's team up and kill Barney with a baseball bat and a 4x4, no more purple dinosaur. There was also another variation I heard of it that went like this. I hate you, you hate me, let's team up and kill Barney with an M16 and a pistol full of lead. Sorry kids, but Barney's dead. There was also another one sung to the tune of the alphabet song that went like this. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, Barney is my enemy, stick a wire up his butt, say goodbye and blow him up. I also heard another variation of it that went like this. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, Barney is my enemy, stick a pistol up his nose, pull the trigger, there he goes. There was also another one that was sung to the tune of Joy to the World that went like this. Joy to the world, Barney is dead. We barbecued his head. We then took his body and flushed it down the potty, and around it goes, and around it goes, with those lyrics repeated. There was also one I heard that was sung to the tune of On Top of Old Smoky that went like this. On top of a school bus, all covered with blood, I shot poor Barney with an M16 gun. I went to his funeral and peed on his grave. Some people threw flowers and I threw a grenade. When I started hearing about how other people started sharing their own versions of anti-Barney songs on the web, this just left a burning question in my mind. What was the source of all these anti-Barney songs? Keep in mind, the internet at the time was still mostly dial-up modem, and kids didn't have as much easy access to the internet as they do today. And the only mainstream social networking site that was around at that time was MySpace. Yep, those were simpler times. But despite that, it seemed like a lot of people, not just across the country, but across the whole world, heard at least some variations of these anti-Barney songs. This just made me want to look further into these anti-Barney songs in search of answers. With all of that being said, these were my findings. When looking up the origin behind these anti-Barney songs, I came across the website Uncyclopedia, which included a lot of sample anti-Barney songs that I've previously heard/mentioned, including a bunch of others that I've never heard before, including a bunch of variants of the I Hate You song, which I haven't heard before. On top of that, there were also some new anti-Barney songs that are sung to the tune of songs that I didn't even know had anti-Barney versions of. One new version is one that's sung to the tune of Deck the Halls that goes, Deck the halls with bloody dino, ha 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 ha, ha 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 ha. See the nuke charge like a rhino, ha 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 ha, ha 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 ha. Barney's dead on Christmas Day, ha 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 ha. Now there's nothing left to say, ha 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 ha. There are also 3 more verses to that song that I won't be singing. Moving on. Speaking of Christmas songs, there's another version of it that's sung to the tune of Jingle Bells that goes like this. Dashing through the snow on a pair of broken skis, downhill Barney goes, crashing into trees, the snow is turning red, we think he's almost dead, now let's go get a 2x4 and hit him on the head. Oh, jingle bells, shotgun shells, purple dino's dead, we struck him with a 2x4 and shot him in the head. Baby Bop, tried to save his life, but an action man from Pakistan stabbed her with a knife. There's also a short one that's sung to the tune of Row, row, row your boat that goes, Row, row, row your boat gently down the stream. Push Barney overboard and listen to him scream. There's also another one that's sung to the tune of Take Me Out to the Ball Game that goes, Take me out to kill Barney. Take me out to his show. Get me a gun and a baseball bat. I don't care if it takes too slow, and we'll shoot to kill Barney until he hits the floor. For it's 1, 2, 3 gunshot wounds, no more purple dinosaur. There's also one more short song that's sung to the tune of Happy Birthday that goes, Happy birthday to you, flush Barney down the loo. He looks like purple poo, and he smells like it too. Apparently, anti-Barney songs have a pretty extensive history. One of the first well-known anti-Barney songs was Tony Mason's Barney's on Fire. This song was often miscredited to Weird Al Yankovic, who denied writing the song. And even though Yankovic didn't write that song, he did mention Barney in the lyrics of the parody song Jurassic Park, where there's a line in the song that goes, I'm afraid those things'll harm me, cause they sure don't act like Barney. The music video for Jurassic Park also includes Barney's head being bitten off by a Tyrannosaurus, who later coughs up the head after receiving the Heimlich remover from a Brontosaurus. Comedian Stephen Lynch has gained fame from his Evil Barney bus driver and Evil Barney babysitter audio skits, among others, which he did for Opie and Anthony in 1997 and which have been commonly posted on the internet. There's also an album by Frida Payne which featured a bunch of anti-Barney songs. In fact, the full album can be listened to on YouTube if you want. Unfortunately, none of those songs were similar to the schoolyard songs that I heard as a kid. This made me want to wonder, where did the origins of those schoolyard songs come from? Even though I don't have a concrete answer, when I went to Reddit to see if someone had the same exact question as me, I got this real eye-opener of an answer. It was actually caused by a bunch of factors like what was on TV and kids moving from town to town. Here's a video from Tom Scott about a similar effect with Jingle Bells Batman Smells, with a link to a YouTube video following that. I watched the YouTube video and I noticed a lot of parallels between the anti-Barney songs and Jingle Bells Batman Smells. One thing in Tom Scott's video is that he mentioned in his school, the last line of the version he listened to was "Robin flew away," with no additional lines. He then mentioned that The Simpsons chose the version "The Joker Got Away." Tom also mentioned that the spoof song was around long before The Simpsons, with its possible origins in California in the 1960s, inspired by the Adam West TV series, and was spread by military kids moving around America and the world with their families.
When I was a kid, the next line of that was "Robin flew away." That was how the song went in my school, no more lines. Turns out there are multiple competing versions, including the one that singer and actor Robert Goulet sang on The Simpsons in December 1993. That version goes, Jingle Bells, Batman Smells.
Robin laid an egg, Batmobile lost its wheel, the Joker got away. Hey, thank you.
Flew away versus laid an egg, two different bird jokes. And here's the hypothesis that I want to test, that The Simpsons measurably changed which version of that song was popular. That kids who saw that episode, either when it first aired or in reruns, either learned it for the first time from there, or it replaced the version they knew. Because according to various pop histories, that song was around for decades before The Simpsons. It probably started in California in the 60s, inspired by the Adam West Batman TV series. Then it was spread by military kids moving around America and the world with their families.
When Tom conducted a poll asking people about which version they heard growing up, he segmented the poll takers by country and year of birth. He then got a bunch of different results of which version of the song they heard and which versions were popular in which country/time in history. If you want to watch the full video, be sure to visit Tom Scott's YouTube video to learn more about it. After watching Tom Scott's YouTube video about the origins and the different versions of Jingle Bells Batman Smells, I feel like those same origins can be applied to the anti-Barney songs that I mentioned earlier. I would love to poll you guys based on which versions of the "I hate you, you hate me" song you heard growing up, but I don't have millions of subscribers like Tom, or at least as of this video. But for now, I'll ask you guys this question. Finish the following lyrics. I hate you, you hate me, and ABCDEFG, Barney is my enemy. Feel free to post the versions of the songs you heard growing up in the comments below, and I'll see you next time.